I thought it looked like a pink spaceship. I thought it was so cool. I was like, I want to go in there. I want to get up on that balcony and see what I can see out there.
Farview Center at Mesa Verde National Park certainly lives up to its name.
You can see all the way to New Mexico. You can see shiprock.
The building draws its inspiration from the ancient kivas, which dot the nearby landscape.
The ancestral Pueblo people lived here on the mesa tops and then later in the cliff alcoves from around 300 to 1300 AD.
Mesa Verde National Park is without question one of Colorado's most cherished historical sites.
In the late 1800s, some ranchers came across it. That's when a lot of pot hunting, a lot of looting occurred. People were very concerned about it and they wanted to protect it. So in 1906, it was made a national park to protect the ancient resources that were here.
In those early years, the park experience was much different than what we enjoy today.
In Mesa Verde, they drove 24 miles entering the park before they even knew where the road was going.
The Park Service wanted to change that.
In the 1930s, we had a big building campaign with the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps.
The CCC would improve the roads and build a museum, housing, and offices.
The architecture and the techniques weren't cutting edge at all. Some of the techniques were prehistoric.
And as the road cut through the broad plains, you felt the tremendous space all around you.
By the 1950s, Americans' love of the automobile and its fascination with modernism inspired the National Park Service to explore new ways to enhance the visitor experience, what the Park Service called Mission 66.
Mission 66 was a national program of the National Park Service from 1956 to 1966.
Conrad Worth was director.
He came up with a program to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the National Park Service in 1966 by selling Congress on a 10-year program to spend $100 million a year.
Some of that money found its way to southwestern Colorado.
The highlight of which was visitor centers, which Conrad Worth called a new building type.
We are in the Farview Center, which is a Mission 66 visitor center. It was constructed in 1968.
The Farview Center gave visitors to Mesa Verde a modern twist on ancient sites.
It's an unusual shape. They see it. They want to know what is it. And so it sparks curiosity. The floor's been replaced.
The building would ultimately prove too small for its purpose. So in 2013, the Park Service opened a new visitor center at the entrance to the park.
So we're looking for a new use for the building. So there's little pie-shaped offices.
The building's design requires some unique thinking.
This is a tight squeeze. Because it's kind of a funky shape and kind of a funky building, it's not quite as easy to find a use for it as you might think. We need some creative thinking and creative partners to help the building come back alive again. It's the old topographic map.
For the Park Service, the mid-century building is as much a part of the Mesa Verde story as the ancient sites.
We want to tell people we do have plans for this building. We do think it's pretty darn cool and special, and we're going to take care of it and have it open to the public again.